As a part of having this information, I would like to give you a very brief training, and I'm going to do a screen share of a PowerPoint that I built for you. Along with that, I want you to take a few notes. So I'm going to ask for just a couple of moments of your time here as I run you through a few things as it regards to your home service business. If you're an owner or a manager of a home service business, I wanted to shoot this video for you so that you could have information. I've heard this a lot in my life, that information is power. And I think that's one of the biggest misleading truths that we have. And it's not because it's not true, it's just that it's a partial truth, meaning that information is just information. With a couple of minutes, you can hop on to the internet, you can grab a website, you can Google, you can find all kinds of information. But that information is not valuable unless you implement it. And I want you to remember this, that implementation and execution of information is what's power. And so to help you as a manager or as an owner, I wanted to share this information with you today. And so I'm going to be hosting a webinar, a training. It doesn't cost you anything. The only thing it's going to cost you is 2 hours of your time. But the entire focus is going to be on muscling up your margins for more profit. In this particular training that I'm going to be doing for you, we're going to be talking about what causes businesses to not turn a profit. Well, the obvious answer is what? They need to sell more and keep more money so they can put more money in the bank. But this is the slippery slope, and I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but when you look at profit and I look at an income statement or a P&L, and it shows that there is a profit, I want you to remember this: profit does not equal cash. And so in this particular training that we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking about how do you drive more profits. Now, we're not going to go into cash flow things. That's a whole nother training for another time. But I believe that in our industry as a whole, please, if you're watching this video, I'm not asking you to agree or disagree with me. But for my years in the industry, I would say as a whole, there is a lack of financial acumen in the industry as a whole. So you may be watching this going, man, my books are squeaky clean. They're fantastic. We get them done on time. That's great. Congratulations. But if you're wondering, like, what the heck am I talking about here, Chris? What do you mean, like, manage margins? I manage by the checkbook, and that's super dangerous to manage your business by the checkbook. And that's the reason why we're going to talk about what causes businesses to not turn a profit. Because if you can't turn a profit, you can't stay in business. As a part of that, one of the things I'm going to be sharing are the 4 things of why that is. Number 1 is a business is not priced correctly. And in this particular training, I'm going to help you to learn how to price your services. If you already know how to price your services, I'm still going to ask you to not fall into the trap of the amateur and believe that you've checked the box. And the reason why is because it's more than just knowing what to charge, it's knowing how to charge it. And I'm going to be showing you a very key part about how to build your business around the services that you're offering, and more importantly, how to charge the correct price and know that you're charging the right price. Number 2, we're going to be covering off is how to manage direct costs. If a business doesn't manage their direct cost, it's going to be very difficult for them to turn a profit. And if they are turning a profit, it's a very slim profit. Direct margin or direct costs are one of the most important things on the income statement when you look at that. As a business coach, when I look at income statements of businesses of all sizes in the HVAC, plumbing, and electrical industry, and I review an income statement, when I first get to the top, I look at sales and a few other items, and then I move straight through direct costs. I don't even look at them, and I go straight to the gross margin. And when I look at the gross margin, based on my experience of plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, coaching and training, owning and operating a business, with my experience, I can tell you without even looking at the profit, whether or not it's going to be slim or none or negative. And the reason why is because a large portion of the business is above the line stuff, meaning direct costs. So number 2 reason why a business won't turn a profit is not managing direct costs. In this training, we're going to talk about things that you can do to help manage your direct costs. In addition to that, the 3rd thing that we're going to discuss is low sales. Now, I'm not going to go into what will help you increase sales. This webinar is how to muscle margins. But if you are a low sales organization, you've got to sell enough to cover your overhead. And if you're not priced correctly, then you're not going to be able to do that as well. So it's a little bit of a domino effect. So there's not one thing that you can do. It's a series of things. I'll be discussing some of the woes that you face around low sales. And then that ultimately leads to the fourth thing, which is high overhead. You may be generating enough sales, but you might have too high of overhead and your pricing doesn't reflect that. So in this webinar, I want you to join me. It's a 2-hour training that I'm going to be doing. We're going to cover these 4 things, but more importantly, I want you to remember the date, March the 12th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. In addition to that, I want to say this, don't take this personal. I'm sharing this out of a place of concern and love for the industry, and I want better for you. But being good at your trade doesn't mean that you're going to make money. And I know that hurts a little bit because you can be in the industry. I'm actually going on close to 30 years in the industry now. And it pains me to be able to think about that when I think about my age, but it excites me. And the reason why is because in this webinar, I'm going to be sharing with you real experience of things that I have done and things that I've experienced and how to keep you from falling into those traps that can grab a hold of you and your business. We're going to talk about the 2 types of cost in that training that we're going to be doing. And then we're going to talk about what exactly is a good margin. I hear a lot of people talk about what is a good, strong margin. I'm going to clarify all of that for you in this training. In addition to that, we're going to talk about, as I said, the formula for a minimum billable hour. I'm going to share that formula with you. I want to make sure that you show up so that you can understand how to go turn a profit in your business. Whether you're a 1-truck operator or you're a 100 million, 150, $200 million organization, this holds true no matter how big your business is or how small the business is. We're also going to talk about the 4 things around field labor management. And I'm going to be sharing with you tactical things that you can go do as soon as you leave the training. Once again, there's 4 things that we're going to focus on when it comes to managing field labor. Then we're going to talk about the 6 things around material and equipment management and how most service businesses can get caught by surprise by some of these 6 things. And I'm going to help you navigate that path as a part of that. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the 3 other direct costs. And so all of these items go into correctly managing your direct cost, helping you drive stronger margins, therefore getting a better profit. So I'm asking you the question today, and I'm inviting you. Would you join me for muscling up your margins for more profit? I'm going to be doing this March the 12th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going to drop the link to get registered in the comments. If you're interested in joining, please do me a favor. I want to see you on March the 12th at 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to help you muscle up on your margins to turn more of a profit. Thank you guys for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the webinar.